Hi everyone, my name is Bodie Schwartz. This is Space Y, and today we're going to be making a small SSTO. Beautiful intro. Anyways, let's get into the video. So basically I got the Mark 1 cockpit with the cutoff nose on the front, and instead of the nose I put a shock cone intake, because if you don't know, a shock cone intake can actually supply 3 Rapier engines with oxygen, so it is very efficient for this craft and worked great. And then in the middle I put a regular Mark 1 long extended cockpit, not cockpit, excuse me, fuel tank. And then I put Mark 1 liquid fuselage fuel tanks, 2 of them on either edge. And then I went straight to aerodynamics and added on the nose cone on both sides. Next I'm going to be using these Delta wings. They don't provide that much lift. They're just very useful for avionics basically. I just need to be able to control the craft. And then the craft actually can't fly without those canards in the front, so make sure you have those. And then I added on 1 tail Delta wing, and that's basically how the craft is going to fly, but I have to have these wheels. You know, the wheels are alright. They're pretty small and they have 0 shocks, so, well, I'm kind of foreshadowing a little bit. You'll see later on in the video. That's basically the whole craft built. It looks really good. I know what I'm doing here. Oh yeah, okay. So next I'm naming the craft. Right now I'm actually naming it the Pocket SSTO. You can't see it because I'm playing on console and you can't see anything on console. Let's go to the first launch. By the way, I think I forgot to mention, I'm doing this live, so I'm watching at the same time as y'all. I don't have a script. I probably should, but I really didn't want to do a script, so hopefully I'm good. Let me know down below in the comments if I did good. Don't let me know if I did good on this launch, because I didn't. Tried to recover a little bit, and then it's fine. Jed didn't even die. Jed, it's our Agabur Kerman. Agabur Kerman was fine. So take 2, really take 1 part 2, because I never mess up. So I tried to do this cool cockpit view on the runway, trying to get it ready to go, and then I ended up getting the camera inside the plane. So great job, Bodie. This is top quality filming. Started with 3 Rapier engines, and you're going to be able to see how fast this craft moves once it takes off from the runway. It's a little bit of a crooked start. I end up recorrecting, but this is actually double speed. I forgot to mention. Now it's double speed right here. There you go. And instantly we get the shock. I don't know what you call it. The shock layers, so the white shock, and then straight to the red shock. Basically, once I hit the red shock, I just angle the craft 45 degrees and just send it like a rocket, and you can see it's moving really fast. It's still using the oxygen breathing engines, and I turn those off right about now because you don't want to waste fuel. Actually, you probably can't hear it, but there's this big old shut off noise of when the engines actually stop using the air. All right, and then I did this cool pilot view of you going up, and I always think the POV of Kerbin when you're upside down is pretty cool. So I think that was some of the coolest shots we got to do. So I think our Burger Kerman really got some cool views there. Alright, now I'm basically in space here. Alright, there you go. You would be able to hear the music, but I'm pretty sure my voice and the music in the background is too loud. So we've officially made it to space. That's only halfway there though, because we do have to do the boost in burn at the apogee to reach orbit. So most of our Delta V in space is about to be spent in T-minus 56 seconds, as you just saw. As you can see here, I'm kind of struggling to get an perigee. Yes, a perigee above 70,000 kilometers. So I end up having to do a correction burn like halfway there, which it ends up working fine. I have plenty of Delta V in this craft if you did the launch off right, because that's one of the key things. I've launched this craft probably 4 or 5 times now. If you don't have enough speed down when you have your oxygen breathing engines, it doesn't work. So once again, I'm doing the pilot view, the inverted flying here, which honestly looks cooler here than before, but there you go. See, that's the first one. Boost, back, and burn. There you go. Alright, most of the Delta V spec here, and I'm going to get away from the topic of like what this video is actually on and kind of start describing what this channel is about real quick, because I think that is pretty necessary. So this is SpaceY, obviously. We are very strong competitors with SpaceX, you know, my good old pal Elon Musk. You know, we could say we're close rivals. I think he's getting a little scared of SpaceY, so I kind of had to give a little bit of ground. That's why I'm starting this new channel. Yeah, I honestly, that's probably why I have 6 subscribers right now, is because, you know, everyone thought I needed to give a break to Elon Musk. So basically, though, what SpaceY is about is I'm going to be making weekly news videos. Like, if you've ever seen Matt Lowndes' Space This Week or Space Eccentrics, SpaceX in the News, it's like weekly space videos. I'll be doing that basically every Monday or Sunday. It really depends on when I get the video done. And, oh, EVA here, one sec. Basically, when I'm doing this EVA, I'm just going to go around the craft, and I end up taking the thumbnail picture out here, I think. Anyways, back to the topic I was just on. So once a week is the space news videos. Twice a week, I'm going to be uploading Kerbal Space Program videos, just like this one. So if you like Kerbal Space Program or want to catch up on anything about space, this is the channel where you can get quite a bit of videos on that. So make sure to tune in. Shoot. Oh yeah, we're also doing real life videos, which that was that first one that I did, and those are going to be on like afterburners and jet engines and rocket planes. If you've seen Project Air, I'm trying to do similar to what he did. Well, he does, excuse me. Yeah, but that's about once every 2 weeks probably, because those take a lot longer to make than a Kerbal Space Program video. Yeah, that's basically the upload schedule that you can see from this channel. I wrote this down, I gotta say it, but if you think that you'd like anything about space, this channel can fill you in on anything to do with space, about the week of space, constant Kerbal Space Program videos, and every once in a while, dotted in there, I've got some rocket engines and jet engines being built in real life. They're not exactly how-to videos, they're just me kind of exploring, you know, what it's like to build explosive stuff, because as you probably can figure out, this channel is largely based on explosives. Alright, let me just figure out what's going on here. Oh shoot, okay, yeah, so basically I'm making our re-entry burn, or the correction burn. I should have been paying attention. Yep, definitely the re-entry burn. Okay, so we're going to be doing that by burning retrograde. Right, and right now it looks like I'm about to burn prograde, but we're going to be way around the orbit of the Earth by the time that happens. And I actually set our orbit up here to come down on the other island across the eastern, I just tried to do never eat soggy waffles, but the eastern sea over the KSC. So I'm actually entering the atmosphere right now. This craft is actually not very atmosphere tolerant, so you got to be very careful when using the old pocket SSTO. Even though it works very efficiently, and it's okay if you miss the KSC by a little bit, as I'm going to do pretty soon, it gets very hot, so you'll see how I avoid that in a minute. Right now I'm entering like a traditional shuttle, you know, nose first, a little bit tilted up, and then I start getting heat, and yeah. This is actually widely known as one of the most illegal moves in terms of re-entries because, you know, only professionals do this. And it's called the flailing maneuver, and is very... I'm just kidding with y'all. It's basically just throwing around the craft as much as I can until it's fine. And then, as you can see right here, I've actually survived somehow. I don't know exactly how, but we're back. Although I did undershoot the KSC by a good mile or two here. I'm actually going to just keep up the speed. That's why I'm not like, what do you call it? Oh gosh, I'm blanking. When you tilt the plane up and you lose all your speed. So I'm not doing that right now because I'm just trying to hold the speed that I have right now to carry it over the mountains to the KSC. I wasn't that far off, but could have been closer. But it's actually okay because, as you can see in the bottom left, we have about half of our liquid fuel left. We can get us basically anywhere, almost anywhere on the planet. Yeah, so I'm basically just cruising over there. As you can see, I'm going a little bit faster because I am using the engines here. And then I cut off the engines and sort of just glide to the KSC here. Oh, there you go. Flaring maneuver, thank you. That's what I was trying to say earlier when I couldn't say it. Basically, I've got a straight shot for the runway right here, and this might be one of the most interesting parts of the video. I just dropped the gears down, the landing gears. That if you look on the top part, I actually did not use the brakes at all, which, you know, brakes are kind of important in landing of a plane. So I'm coming in pretty hot here. I'll end up slowing down, and it's one of the prettiest landings I've ever had. In fact, the video actually cuts out because I got an achievement on Xbox for the first landing on the KSC, which is actually true. I've never actually successfully landed on the KSC. I've crash landed plenty of times. I've been fine, but never with wheels. So the last frame you're going to see on this, I'm coming in pretty quick, but I'm going to manage the landing. Here we are, coming in. Flaring up a little bit. Just slight adjustments, and then you can see I'm kind of diagonal of the runway, so I've got to turn just a bit and coming down on the side, but it will work out. And oh, you saw a touchdown, and this is the aftermath. A bit of a jump there. I don't know why it stopped recording. I think it was because I got that achievement, like I said, but you know, as they say, any landing that you can walk away from, you know, is a good landing. That was backwards of what it normally is, but basically perfect. So that's all I got for you guys today on this KSP video on the Pocket SSTO. And I hope you guys have a good day, and please subscribe if you like anything about space or KSP, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.